everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tanya, a doctor, lawyer turned homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 9, 6, and 4. It has been almost a month or more since I made my last YouTube video, and I didn't make an announcement or anything. The season just sort of caught up with me, and I also was injured shortly before Christmas, and so YouTube got put on the back burner. But I am on the mend now, and I thought I would start off 2019 with an overview of what types of planners I use. So in this video, I'll just do a very brief intro into 5 of the planners that I use on a pretty daily basis. If you're interested in planning videos, practical minimalism, and secular homeschooling, particularly homeschooling a child with ADHD, please hit the subscribe button down below because those are the types of videos I generally make here on this channel. So as you can see, there are 5 planners laid out, and I'm a journaling girl, I'm a planning girl. I like putting things down on paper, but I do like separating out planners for different purposes. Polka dot planner you see here is my financial planner, and I have had it for years. It does not change from year to year, though I may add additional sheets to it. This is my homeschooling planner, which is a Plum Paper planner. This is a planner that I got from Causebox, which I'll talk about in another video, and it is a planner that I'm going to use as a household planner this year for chores, etc. This is my workhorse planner. It is the Hobonichi Cousin. I have used the Hobonichi for 3 years in the past, and this will be my 4th year in it. I am a Hobonichi devotee. I don't know how you say that. This is what happens when I try to use fancy words. But I love the Hobonichi. I will not be switching from it probably for the rest of my life. So Hobonichi, please don't go out of business. And this is a Katie Daisy planner that I use as a gratitude journal. So these are planners that I lay hands on every single day for the most part, or at least 5 times a week. And I'll go through them briefly and then do dedicated planner videos on each of them throughout the year. If you are interested in seeing any one of them especially, let me know and I'll move that ahead on my filming queue. I'll go through these in no particular order. This is a planner by Katie Daisy. It runs from August of 2018 to December of 2019, and I use it as my gratitude journal. It lives in my nightstand, and it is such a beautiful, pretty journal that I have had no problems maintaining it. As you can see, the spreads are really lovely. Katie Daisy has this floral, whimsical art style, and every page has illustrations on it. Sometimes there's the little to-do sections or notes pages at the end of every month, and there's some art spreads. There's a monthly calendar at the beginning of every month, which I don't use actually, though this year I was thinking maybe I would just track like my overall mood in it, or maybe like whether I was a parenting success that day or not, but I am undecided on that. In each daily spot, I generally write down whatever I'm grateful for. I have found that not having any rules about that really helps me personally. Sometimes I put down a list, sometimes I write down just one big overarching statement. Sometimes I just write something funny that the children said, which I'm always grateful for. But I will just do a quick flip through for you so you can see how beautiful her art is. She'll include lovely quotes on some of the pages. I dwell in possibility. I really like the format of this. If you are a minimalist planner and you really just need a planner for to schedule out your appointments or your to-dos, and you don't like writing out a lot, this is really a lovely inspirational planner. I adore using it as a gratitude journal because it's actually been successful for me. It's such a pretty planner that I look forward to seeing what the next day's spread is. I look forward to picking it up. The small area for each day is very not intimidating to me, and I know that I can definitely fill that space up with what I'm grateful for. So this has been a real success for me, and I plan on repurchasing her next planner if she hopefully makes one when I complete this one. I also like that it comes with this band so that I can easily mark my place. So for example, if I'm on the week of March the 25th, I can just leave the band there, and that way it's a really quick open to wherever I have to be. The next planner I'll show you is my Plum Paper planner, which I use for homeschooling. As you can see, I've just listed out the year and my kids' ages on the front, but I have shown this planner in detail at the beginning of the school year, so if you're interested in seeing how I laid out my homeschool planner, you can go ahead and look at it. Just to give you an idea, this is basically how I do my spread. I have a section called Circle Around My Lovelies, and that's just customized, and I created a 4-column spread for Sense, Create, Explore, and Play. And I have 1 column for my eldest, 1 column for my first grader, and I just write down for the week what we've done. So if we start doing a workbook or something, I'll write down the workbook on the starting page, and then I mark the ending page for the week. And then I try to make sure that throughout the week we are trying to fill these buckets as well, like things that we're sensing, things that we're creating, things that we're exploring, and things that we're playing at. So this is basically our setup. If you're more interested in seeing the details on how I use the Plum Paper Planner for a homeschool planner, go ahead and check out my Plan With Me playlist or my homeschooling playlist, and you should be able to find it. So this cute crosshatch planner was given to me by a friend. It is made by Idlewild Company, and I will try to link them down below. I'm unfamiliar with them, but it is a very pretty planner. It's a weekly planner. It has this nice coil binding that's this bronzy kind of color with these little gold edges on both the front and back covers. It has monthly tabs in this pretty pale pink color. It's very neutral throughout, very simple. It's got a weekly layout. I'll show you all that, but I am using this as a household planner. In general, we have kept our household tasks on a schedule and then just on a running list. When we have things to do, like, you know, that are irregular, like changing the air filters or, you know, changing the oil on the car, household tasks like that, I generally just keep them on a little pad in the kitchen. And it's okay, but it's not super effective because it's not organized by time or anything. It's just sort of a running to-do list. I generally keep a honey-do list on another sheet. And I thought to myself, why don't I incorporate all of that, all the household chores and tasks into this planner? But I have set up my planner for household tasks. And if you'll notice, there's these little pre-printed chores that you can see here, as well as a weekly to-do checklist. This all comes from Motivated Mom's Planner, which is a PDF printable that you can subscribe to for about, I think, $10 a year. I'll link it down below. And basically, I've printed out her entire year's worth of chores. What she has done is really ingenious. She basically creates a schedule for you, so you don't have to think about it. It puts household chores on autopilot. For example, Tuesday the 5th says, change hand towels in bathrooms, clean bathroom mirrors, clean light fixture in the children and guest rooms, dust, clean AC vents, the children's and guest rooms, dust children's and guest rooms, and pay and file bills. So those are your chores for the day. And then about a month or so later, these might repeat on a frequency that makes sense for that particular chore. There's little things in there, and you can customize it based on Motivated Mom. She has a variety of different calendars that you can choose from, including ones that include Bible readings, for example, ones that include self-care, like this one here. It says Pamper Yourself. I printed it out 2 to a page, 1 week spreads, and then cut each one out and glue stick them into my planner because I have been healing from my injury this Christmas break, and so I had a little bit of extra time, but I really like how this has been laid out. And I have added in some tasks that I like to do as well. So for example, I believe at the beginning of every month I have a section that says pipe refresh for our pipes, where, you know, you put in that enzymatic cleaner, and then washer refresh and dishwasher refresh, because I like to clean those out on a monthly basis too. So whatever's not in there, I just add in. I plan to put in any honeydews in a different color so they pop out to my husband. But yeah, will be our household planner. It will live on the kitchen counter, and I will go over this planner in more detail if you're interested. So let me know in the comments down below. But for now, I will link Motivated Moms, and I will also link this planner company, Idlewild. So the fourth planner I'll show you is my financial planner. For those of you ring binder and ring planner fans, you'll immediately recognize that this is a Filofax planner. I've had this ring binder for over 6 years now. I like using a ring binder for my financial planner because I get to use customized inserts that can shift and change with me as our needs change and our jobs change, etc. This past year was the first year that I quit my job or retired at the end of the summer. So our financial needs have changed. What I track has changed. But just to show you in brief, oh, there's this note from my husband. But just to show you in brief what I do, I keep stamps and mailing equipment right here. There's a pen with a loop, which I like. Our checkbook goes in the very back. And I have different sections for different purposes. I'm not going to show you these sections today. Suffice it to say that one of them is for tracking our checkbook register. So I print out a checkbook register and just have it ongoing. I don't like those little booklets that come with checks. I print out a monthly sort of bill chart so that I can track our expenses for the month. And then the bulk of my planner involves these handwritten spreads for all of our credit cards where I track out year by year what kind of expenses we've had. And you'll notice the thing I like about this is that every single page spread can carry me for over like about 10 or 12 years. So this planner doesn't need so much altering, it just required a little bit of setup at the very beginning. I have a section for miscellaneous things where I track things like magazine subscriptions or recurring payments. I also have a section where we track our donations and charity. We have a section where we track our savings accounts, any kind of loans we may have incurred, and debt, and then we have a section for investments as well. And that is the bulk of our financial planner. So I've been really happy with how we track our finances in this planner. I have some printables that I got off of Etsy that have served me for years. If you're interested in seeing more in detail how I track, for example, our credit card payments, our savings, our charitable donations, our recurring payments, our debt management, our investments, let me know and I will do a dedicated video about this planner. And last but not least is the Hobonichi Techo Cousin. This is my workhorse planner. I love the Hobonichi planner. I've been using it for 3 years now. This will be my 4th year in the Hobonichi. For those of you who have followed my channel before, you know that I've used the Hobonichi Cousin Techo for 2 years, and then last year I attempted to use the Hobonichi Cousin Avec, which splits the year into 2 sections, 6 months and 6 months, so that this wouldn't get too bulky. So just to show you, on my initial setup, this is about how bulky my Hobonichi is. So let's take out my little ruler and I'll show you how thick it is. About, you're talking centimeters, it is about 2 centimeters thick. Just to show you an example, this is the Hobonichi Techo 2017 that I used, and by the end of the year it became, I mean, almost 3 centimeters wide. So that's how it bulks up. So one of the claims to fame of a Hobonichi is the Tomo River paper that is used in a Hobonichi, and so it is very thin, almost like Bible paper. It's famous for having the ability to withstand even watercolor in spite of its very, very thin nature. I love how thin it is, how it floats through your hand as you flip the pages. The Hobonichi is a complete planner, meaning it has your yearly spreads, your monthly spreads, your weekly spreads. So these are all weekly spreads, and then it also has dailies. So you have the ability to do so much in Hobonichi. It is well over 365 pages because you have 365 daily pages plus your weeklies plus your yearly calendars. I love decorating my Hobonichi at the beginning of the year. What I do is I spend about a couple weeks just using my free time in the evenings to set up, and I create a to-do section. I'll do a dedicated video going over my Hobonichi. I adore it for its versatility. If you are a bullet journaler who finds that you stop bullet journaling throughout the year because it just takes too long to make monthly spreads, or you're being a little bit prissy about, you know, the lines and all the detailing, this is a great option. If you like decorating your planner, you can still decorate in a Hobonichi, as you can see here. I generally will go through for a couple weeks at the beginning of the year and just decorate the planner. And I like to have a little color and fun, and I like to see what the next surprise will be. For me, for my personality, this suits me much better than decorating it as I go, because this way I don't waste any time throughout the actual calendar year. It's just like a craft project for me to set up the planner, and it's still an incredibly functional layout. So after this, no stickers really get added, and I simply have a section for my schedule, and I have a little section for my daily to-dos, family, self, and creating. I have a section for my calls, my home tasks, etc. One of the dangers of setting up your planners early, though, is, for example, I set up this section to be home and to track home chores for the week, etc. But I've decided not to do that in the Hobonichi at all this year, now that my friend gave me that other planner. So I will simply relabel this something else and adjust it to fit my needs. If you are looking for a specific whiteout for the Hobonichi, Tombow makes sort of an off-white whiteout, because if you'll notice, this paper is not actually white. But if you want to see a dedicated video about my Hobonichi 2019 setup, I will be happy to show you that as well. So I hope you enjoyed that little overview of how I organize my life as a paper planner. If you want to see me do a detailed review of any of these in particular, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will adjust my video schedule accordingly. The most effective planners that I know have worked for years, that will not be changing anytime soon, are my financial planner as well as my Hobonichi. The others are still in a test phase. I'm really enjoying this. I think I will stick with this for a long time, and I have really high hopes for my household planner. I've been using it for this first week of January and loving it. So I will put a link down to Motivated Moms down below, as well as the Idlewild planner. Plum Paper Company obviously is one of my favorite planner companies. However, I will not be using it for homeschool planning next year. Right now, I have a different plan for that, and you guys will just have to stay tuned for my planner palooza for homeschool in the summer to see what I come up with. But if you want to see videos about any one of these in particular, let me know in the comments down below. I will definitely be doing an in-depth review of the Hobonichi. But if you want to see any of the others, let me know and I'll be happy to do a video on them for you. You guys, I'm so excited for the new year. My word of the year is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I'll be telling you that in a video soon. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, because it will take me a little while still as I'm recuperating from my injury to make videos, and if you want to get a little daily dose of what we're doing in homeschool and everything, definitely remember to follow me out there. I have missed talking to you guys on YouTube. This has been fun. I feel a little rusty, but thank you for sticking through it with me. And I'm so excited for all of us as this new year unfolds. I love the fresh snow feeling of a new year. So good luck to all of us in this first month of January, staying true to all of our plans and hopes and goals and dreams. And as always, I wish you the very best day.